Have you ever stared at a restaurant menu so long your stomach started growling louder than your thoughts? Dear. The pages overflow with vegan bowls, truffle fries, 14 gourmet burgers, and 6 dairy-free shakes. That restless aftertaste isn't about salt. It is a psychological quirk called the paradox of choice. The surprising truth that more options can make us feel worse, not better. You flip. You ponder. You imagine tasting each possibility. Psychologist Sheena Iyengar set up 2 jam tasting booths. One offered 6 flavors of artisan jam. Each extra alternative forces your brain to build a mini pro and con matrix. Stacking of matrices and cognitive resources max out. Neuroimaging shows the prefrontal cortex plunging from peak activity into a flatline, like a CPU throttled at 100%. Second is opportunity cost anxiety. Even retirement planning suffers. Workers offered 50 mutual funds enroll at lower rates than those offered 10K, because analyzing too many portfolios drains willpower before the sign-up step. The abundance of choice lured people in, but it froze their decision-making and inflated their regret. A sprinkle of that chemical feels thrilling. Set. Too much flood desensitizes receptors and spikes anxiety. Those standing rules can slash daily micro-decisions by more than half and free up attention for meaningful work. People who thrive in our option-rich world rely on 3 tools. The first is decide once frameworks. Excel. They make a rule once, then follow it automatically. The other flaunted 24. The larger display drew a buzzing crowd, exactly as marketing textbooks predicted. Spotify engineers discovered new users froze when greeted by millions of tracks. So, they launched Discover Weekly. 30 auto-curated songs delivered every Monday. The mind loops through alternate universes, looking for certainty that never arrives. Instead of scrolling, type the first cuisine that pops into your head. Say Thai. The curation didn't limit freedom. It created a doorway wide enough for listeners to walk through. Apply one of the 3 tools. Maybe you'll create a decide once breakfast routine, limiting yourself to oatmeal, yogurt, or eggs. Or maybe you anchor satisfaction by jotting why tonight is quick. Thai order hit the spot. Track your mood for 7 days. Notice how decisiveness returns, how the ache of second-guessing fades, how life actually feels richer now that the menu has shrunk. During dinner, ask yourself whether you're truly less happy or quietly relieved. Abundance masquerades as freedom, but often chains us to indecision. The smartest move, paradoxically, is to trim the tree before you climb it. Odds are the relief feels like breathing room you didn't know you were missing. They deliberately force a shortlist before deep comparison. Suppose you're researching laptops. Flip that switch, reclaim your focus, and watch satisfaction bloom where overwhelm once ruled. Instead of swimming through 100 spec sheets, set a personal rule. Then, when the server finally appears, you blurt out the first reasonable thing that crosses your mind, only to spend the entire meal wondering whether you missed something better. Losses you never examine rarely hurt. Third is expectation, inflation. With endless possibilities, the perfect answer must exist, so any flaw in the option you pick feels like a personal failure rather than a normal imperfection. Users scroll until the novelty-seeking dopamine circuit burns out, then shut the app in frustration. To see that paradox in action, rolled back to a sunny California grocery store in 1999. After making a choice, take 30 seconds to write 3 quick reasons your pick serves you right now. A written anchor cements the value you gained rather than the fantasy you abandoned. But when the time came to buy, Shoppers who desampled from 6 jars were 10 times more likely to walk out with a gem in their bag. 3 invisible snares tighten whenever options pile up. First is decision paralysis. Choosing one path means losing all the others. The more paths you notice, the more clearly you see what you're sacrificing, even if those sacrifices are imaginary. The result shows up everywhere. Streaming services report that roughly 1/3 of sessions end without viewers pressing play on anything. Dating apps reveal that members granted unlimited swipes grow less satisfied with matches and quit the platform sooner than users who must ration their choices. Inside the brain, choice floods the striatum with dopamine. Meanwhile, the anterior cingulate cortex, your error monitor, keeps scanning for what-ifs, refusing to declare the process complete. If endless choice sabotages happiness, what's the antidote? A developer might wear the same style of shirt in 5 colors, eat the same lunch every weekday, or unsubscribe from marketing emails immediately after any purchase. Second tool is option-throttling. I will compare only the first 3 models under $1,000 with 4+ star reviews. Blat. That rule tosses plenty of objectively good machines, yet it reclaims ours and preserves peace of mind. Clinical trials on consumer regret show that this micro-gratitude drill reduces post-purchase dissatisfaction by 40%. Companies quietly build versions of these tools into their products. Engagement shot up because the feature shrank infinity into a digestible capsule. Ready to put the principle to the test tonight? Open your food delivery app. Pick the top-rated restaurant, order the chef's special, and close the app. Tomorrow morning, list one arena of life where choice overwhelms you. Wardrobe, workouts, side hustle ideas, even vacation planning. Maybe you'll throttle your reading list to the next 2 books by authors you already love. Freedom isn't a bottomless buffet of possibilities. It's the power to act without friction. More choice can still join till you choose to say enough.